So
Oh
you're
wait,
saying,
I've been Lemuel Keone.
and am and will be Zachary Kayani. We didn't introduce ourselves at the beginning of the show.
Nah, don't worry, it was fine. I'll put that into the beginning.
Cut
You know
that,
what?
cut that, cut that,
I'll
cut that, cut that, cut that,
I'll
cut
take this bit
that.
and I'll just put it at the beginning. That's fine. That's
With
okay.
no context.
I started the recording, so just
Oh,
you
cool.
know, well, like I'll like cut all this bit out anyway. If you want to say anything racist or inflammatory, like you normally do.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad you said that because I've
No,
had
it's fine.
such
Feel free. Feel free. Do
I've
what
had
you
such
normally do. You know, like
crazy thoughts on this Russia
you
situation.
hate the vaccine. It's full of AIDS. They want to track us. All that stuff that you normally say. Okay.
Oh,
So yeah, how you been?
yeah, pretty good actually.
Um,
Just got back from
yeah. Oh yeah, you've been at our auntie's house.
yeah,
Did the
it's really good.
babies do anything funny that you want to say on the podcast?
Speaking of racism, actually, I've been. I don't think the youngest fairy. I don't think she likes me anymore. Or maybe she's just like forgotten who I was.
Maybe
It's
she
like
realized that you're not me.
that's BS. I think what it is like I don't know. I mean, like if I came home one day and I saw a black man I didn't know in my living room, I'm sure I'd be.
At
I guess
least a
I'd be.
little bit alarmed.
Yeah, but she didn't have to cry though. Like we've met before.
You got your drink there. Don't you
Yeah.
dare tell me what you're drinking. Just because
Oh,
I
sorry, we're not sponsored.
no yeah. First of all, we're not sponsored. I don't know the law either, so I'm not sure if like I'm I don't know if alcoholic drinks will get us like banned on YouTube
We're
or
in
wherever I want
no.
to post this.
This is it's a grey area, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm drinking mine in this nondescript pink mug.
Oh shit! Should I get a cup?
I mean, I'm not like super serious, but I'm also being quite serious.
I mean, like I don't care, but like but I'm not going down for you. I
But
guess.
yeah,
So.
get that fucking mug quickly.
Okay, yeah, I got one.
If it's gonna be a hassle, it's fun.
No, that's cool.
I also,
How's my hair look to you on camera?
you honestly look very blurry. Like you,
I was asking you about my haircut.
you look like CCTV footage, so I can't tell your hair apart from your face. But this program thing tells me that apparently once it's recorded, it looks better than when it's live.
Well, obviously they're gonna fucking say that.
Yeah, they're like, don't worry about that. It always looks like that. It'll be fine. How do I look on yours? Do I look blurry?
No, you look fine.
Yeah,
The
you
same as
might.
you usually do.
You look so funny. You look like a PlayStation 1 game.
That's
But I'm
fucked
sure
up.
I'm sure it'll be fine. You
Which
look
one?
slightly
At least?
better now. Slightly better now.
Yeah, I turned up the brightness on my computer a bit, so I'm getting like
Yeah.
okay.
I've got Jordan's studio light thing that she uses for her videos in front of me. That's why I'm looking so clear. And her
Wow.
mic and her headphones as well.
Okay, so why?
Jordan's the
Really,
one who
Jordan should be
sponsors-
on the show.
She's the one who sponsored the podcast. Actually, that's who we're sponsored by.
Sponsored by Fishback Industries.
I also found this really this fun feature that you might like. So that yeah. Anyway, let's without further ado, let's
It better not
get
be a
started.
filter.
Powered
I don't
by
know. I
Riverside.
don't know if we need like a license to use this. If we do, I'll just cut it out. Yeah, if we're allowed to use that, that's
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 way
pretty
that's way too sick for just like some random. Is that just on the
it's
on the
this
program?
this program thing, this Riverside thing. They did give themselves a shout out in the middle.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, because I wanted to do like maybe we can do it when you're back and we're in the same house. I wanted to do like
Compose a little intro.
yeah, like a bonus podcast where we do like make a soundboard and like make our own intro and stuff like that. Like people
What
listen
kind of
along as
what
we
kind
try
of sounds
and,
though?
as
Is
we
it
try
gonna
and
be
figure
like,
out
is it gonna be one of those like
farts.
keyboards that
Just what do you mean? What kind of sound? Just farts.
cool? All right, cool.
Yeah. There's this one. So if I tell a joke and you're not giving it what it needs, I'm just,
If you're just gonna, just quickly
I'm just gonna
press
use
the.
that.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So that's actually because also so this thing we get like 5 hours a month,
5 hours.
means
A month.
yeah.
Okay.
So if we're gonna do 4 of these in a month, we they need to be like no longer than like an hour and 15 minutes. So
Right.
if we get to an hour and 15 minutes, I'm gonna cut you off. It doesn't matter what you're saying. I'm dead serious.
That's quite fucking mean. Yeah, you've been dead
I'm-
serious about a lot of stuff so far. Are you in legal trouble? Is there something that we need to be worried about?
I need this to take off. I'm unemployed. I need this to do well. I'm taking this so seriously.
Okay, good.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go through the well, I guess I'll explain to the listener.
Yeah,
as
you
well.
should introduce the stuff
Okay.
as the host.
Yeah, so this is the so this is the Lemon Zach show.
Working title.
Working title. We'll try some things out. We'll see what people think.
We'll do a new title every week and see, like, get people to vote on it. So today's title is Lemon Zach show.
Yeah, and yeah, so I need to explain it to you because I tried to do it by myself and it just didn't feel right. And I tried to do it with Warren, who's like my local replacement version of you, and that was actually a bit better.
Yeah, Dollar Store Zach, you got.
But then it was like, if I call you and talk about cartoons every week, that's fine. But if I call Warren, I'm talking.
Warren
about,
actually has, shit to do.
He's not my brother. It's like I'm courting him. He's gonna expect like a ring at the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand why you would array. I can understand.
We can hang out for an hour every weekend for 2 months and nothing. That's it. That's all it was.
I'm saying I can understand why you wouldn't want to like do it on your own. I don't know how like a lot of people do it. Like you can't banter with yourself.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense. Or like maybe you can, but if you do, you need help.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. So basically,
sorry, I keep on showing the can in the.
I told you. This is very serious. You can't.
I'm not trying to. You think I could afford a lawsuit if we get slapped with one? I'm in student accom right now.
Okay, so this is gonna be a podcast about basically like all the nerd shit that we like. So like superhero movies, games, mostly anime. I guess will be a heavy focus, but also like a lot of comic book stuff. And so how it goes, we'll go through like.
Are we gonna like? I don't know, like fuck around with current events.
Only if they involve that.
I mean, like, yeah, obviously involve. I don't actually mean the fucking the Russia-Ukraine situation.
Yeah, no, like I've listed some news items here. If after today you think that I could go broader, then next time then we'll sort that out. Yes. Every week we'll have a big topic, and this week we're talking about Spider-Man: No Way Home, which I'm excited to talk about.
Yeah, I would have had notes because I've seen the movie twice already.
Yeah.
I don't know, but to be honest, we were planning on seeing it a third time.
Yeah,
obviously too far away.
Happened. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I've got some notes, and I've got like questions to prompt you, so don't worry, I won't leave you out in the cold.
Okay, good. So in that case, why don't we get right into it?
Okay, so first thing to talk about is that Moon Knight trailer. Did you watch it?
Yes, yeah. I had a look at that Moon Knight trailer. Now, what's interesting about this is that recently I've been doing this thing, like, this wasn't actually even in like preparation for this, but I've been reading like loads and loads of Marvel comics and stuff. So,
like you for the past 12 years.
Yes. No, I mean,
I've been where I consume
it's great.
Comic
have
books.
Have you heard of Marvel? This is so weird. This thing that I found. No, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I'm telling you. I've been
been going back.
Yeah, I went right back to the beginning. I read all of Ultimate Spider-Man, like the whole thing. Yeah. And then, I've been reading all like the Ultimate Universe tie-ins. I read a little bit of the regular, the universe, and now I'm
so you've done like Ultimatum and all that stuff.
Yeah. Now I'm finally on to Secret Wars, which is we should talk about Secret Wars as well because Secret Wars
that brought Miles Morales over and the
Yeah.
Doctor Doom world and shit.
See, yeah, Secret World, like the entire thing, it's a fucking mess,
It
is
was
what it
too.
is.
It was too
It's,
much.
it's
I
like
read
yeah,
like
it's
five. I read the five main things with Mr. Fantastic, and I read the end of the Ultimate Universe, but I could not keep up with any of that shit because it was
all like
because
I've been rich. I wish I could show you. I have 15 tabs open. They're all Secret World tie-ins. I can't get enough. But anyway, but as I was saying, I've actually
yeah,
been. That's when I was first, reintroduced to Moon Knight
yeah,
in the Ultimate Spider-Man comics. So
yeah.
I know like a little
Oh,
bit
they
about his
have an
backstory.
ultimate as an ultimate Moonlight. I completely forgot
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah.
So
Ultimate Moon Knight. He like.
yeah,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure when abouts he comes in. No, he meets Ultimate Peter Parker,
yeah.
and then
Do you
I
find
don't know,
anything
they
about his
do some shit.
origin?
Well, yeah, we do like they focus on them quite a little bit, and they they do that thing where you find out it's not clear from the trailer,
Yeah.
but
The
in the
spoilers,
comics,
by the way, for anyone who does, we're about to talk
oh
about the Moonlight comic. If that wasn't
yeah,
clear from context.
if if no one was paying attention to the 15-minute
Yeah.
preamble we've just done, we're about to talk about Moon Knight.
Yeah.
So yeah, but they really goes into like this whole split personality thing that he's got going on,
Yeah.
which I saw great hints of in the movie. But one thing
He
they
doesn't
didn't
know what he's
really,
doing.
yeah, the one thing they didn't really touch on is that one of his personalities in the comics is a 10-year-old girl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like so she's just in his head as well.
Yeah.
And to me, like it's a weird choice, right?
Movie Split
I
with
haven't seen it actually.
James McAvoy. I haven't
Yeah,
seen it either,
but
but
I
I
know
know that
I
at one
know
point
the
he's a
plot.
lady and at one point he's a weird monster thing. So I think it's kind of like that just to give him a bit more. Also, like I didn't the first time I watched the trailer, I wasn't even thinking about the split personality thing, and I was like, "Was he British?" Like, I because he's supposed to be like a Navy SEAL, like a Marine Navy SEAL, and the trailer starts and he goes, "I don't know whether I'm dreaming or if I'm awake." And I was like, I was, "My name is Mark Spector, and I live in London,
My name's Mark
and I
Spector,
get
and
a little bit crazy sometimes."
I am aggressively British.
Well,
No,
then
they're
again,
trying to force it down our throats.
the actor dude, um,
I have no
Os
idea.
Oscar, he's in the Star Wars ones. Hang
Hang
on,
on, let me look it up.
I'm looking it up faster than you.
I don't know if it wasn't a competition, but I guess it is now. Sure.
Oscar Isaac. He
Should we
his
have a
British accent
point
is
tally?
not good. Yeah, that's 1-0 me. Can you write that up for me?
Yeah, okay.
Maybe when I edit it, I can put like a 1-0 on the
Let's not
face.
oversell your editing capabilities. All right.
Don't know how I'm gonna edit this.
I can, I can help you. I can help you with the editing. All right,
You can
because
help me.
yeah, because I do
Oh yeah, you do.
I do
You're doing
film.
a film
I
degree.
do. I
Sorry.
do. Well, don't tell people that. They'll laugh at me in the comments. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but I'm
sorry,
looking
what's his
forward to
name?
that. Oscar Isaac.
Right,
He was
okay.
in Star Wars and he sniffed that woman's armpit while his wife was watching. There
That
was like
wasn't in
this thing on.
Star Wars?
That wasn't a Star Wars thing.
Ah,
It
yes, The
was
Force Awakens.
he was on the red carpet and with his co-star and like really sensually sniffs her armpit in slow. He didn't sniff her armpit in slow motion, but there was a clip in slow motion of him doing it, and it went viral and people were very upset
Why
for
would
his
it be
on his wife's
upset?
behalf because he's
Oh,
married,
okay.
not to that woman whose armpit he was sniffing.
Is sniffing armpits a horny thing?
He did it, and so it made me. I felt aroused, but also violated. But
Well, most people would be uncomfortable. You were of course aroused.
yeah, yeah, it was definitely a
Okay.
sensual armpit
I
sniffing.
mean, well, yeah, I do feel bad for his wife. That's not something you want to see on Twitter. You're, you're significant. You're significant because, like, I don't know. Is that worse than just straight up cheating?
It was in front of a lot of people, so it may be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, anyway, Moon Knight. It looks good. It looks good.
To be honest, I'm excited. See, here's what like Marvel does this a lot though.
Yeah.
Like, what I'm worried about is I'm gonna fall in love with this show, and then they're gonna rip it away from me, and then I'm not gonna have hear of anything about it for like a year now. Same thing that happened to Loki, to a far lesser extent, Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I don't care about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. If I never hear anything about Falcon and the Winter Soldier again,
well.
yeah, we'll do a Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode because I think that shit was garbage. That shit was arse.
Yeah, but yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited about it. It looks good. See, because I'm really into when they do that, like, you know, in-depth character analysis, like that cerebral shit. Like I love that stuff.
Yeah, like that, like what Loki was and WandaVision was, and
yeah,
it was like a lot of character experimentation, like seeing what really makes them tick, and like going back because like we've been with all these characters for like 25 movies, but it's never really been the focus of like their characters are rarely the focus of what's going on. You know, it's more like what's
Captain America up to
that's happening. Yeah, exactly. Or like how many cameos are we getting in this movie? And then like these series are more of a chance to go in depth and like see.
That is quite a shame, you know. Now that you bring that up, do you think that like when the franchise gets too big? I mean, obviously they'll have like their independent movies and stuff, but when the franchise gets too big, doesn't that like take away from you know, spending time with characters that you love?
Kind of the small everyday stuff. Nah, because it fucks. When you're watching a movie and another guy shows up, that shit fucks. I don't think it does take away from it. It takes away maybe from it on an emotional aspect, but we've got
5 stars. It fucks.
They've got so many facets to like throw this shit at us that eventually we can get it all. Like I think if you want to make a big blockbuster, I say hell yeah, throw as many people in that shit as you can. As many cameos. Like we're getting Doctor Strange in his wacky world of cameos coming out soon as well. That's gonna be crazy.
Doctor Strange and his super crazy horrible day.
Doctor Weird and what the hell is that? The X-Men?
See, but my issue is they do that in the comics as well. Because like obviously my favorite comic book character is, you know, Spider-Man. All of them.
As is tradition.
Honestly, every single one. They're all so great.
For anyone listening, this is a Spider-Man household. We stand Spider-Man in this house.
Don't come around here. You can message my mother and ask her what her favorite superhero is.
And she better say Spider-Man.
Otherwise, I can't do anything. She pays all my bills. But you know what I mean.
Oh, I'll be upset.
I'll be super mad. But yeah, but like they do, and then when you have like these huge tie-in events, like, you know, like Ultimatum, like the Secret Wars, which by the way, not secret, but again we can talk. We can talk about
everyone knows. Everyone knows. Yeah, we'll
everyone knows. But you just don't get enough time with your favorite characters. I think they all just kind of just like, you know, they're in there when they're absolutely necessary.
Yeah,
and you know you barely ever see them.
But that's why they've got the tie-ins.
Yeah.
So the tie-ins are kind of like, what was Johnny Storm doing during all this? Like a very specific look at what he was doing on his street with his mates. But yeah, I know what you mean. People can get lost in the bigger stories.
Yeah, I think so too.
Next.
But was there anything else you wanted to say about Moon Knight? Just that we're excited for it, basically.
It looks good. They didn't show us a lot. The suit looks sick. Oh yeah, the suit looks fucking crazy. He's very British. That's all I had to say about it, really. Okay. We'll talk about it. Let me talk about it maybe when it's done. We'll talk about the first episode when it comes out, and then do a review of the whole series when it's done, I think.
Sounds good.
Okay, next, that Sonic the Hedgehog 2 trailer.
Oh, fucking hell.
At risk of sounding crazy here, that shit fucks. I think.
No, you're wrong.
It's a kids movie though.
You're objectively wrong. Yeah, and kids are dumb, or at least kids who watch that trailer and were like, "Oh my god, this is gonna be the best movie ever." They're stupid. First of all, I just want to bring your attention back to the first Sonic movie. His original design. The people behind that are on this project, and you think this movie is gonna fuck? Like, okay. Go on. No, go. I like Sonic the Hedgehog, right? I love Sonic the Hedgehog. One of my favorite things.
You,
But this
you
trailer,
sound like you sound like one of those angry Republicans on Fox News. Now listen here. I like Sonic the Hedgehog, all right? I like him. This guy. I'm sure he's great. But the minute he starts talking
but
to our
he is
kids,
not footing the bill when it comes to civil reform.
I no look.
This,
The
this
first
movie,
one.
this movie isn't. It's not going to be good. But
Did you watch the
first
first
of all,
one?
I did no, of course not.
No, it was good. The first, look, it's cheesy. It is for kids. It is for kids.
Right.
But I liked it. It was, and the second one looks like more of the same, except Tails and Knuckles is in there, and Knuckles was looking hard.
I thought you were
Now
gonna
come on,
say
Sonic
hot.
tried to do.
It's gonna be a whole other.
Knuckles was looking sexy. No,
He's like just super vascular. He's kept in shape since the last game. So, but okay, when he stopped him with one hand, yeah, that's baller
Yeah,
as fuck. They
that
call
was
him
hard.
Knuckles for a reason. That's hard. That's hard. That's hard. But the rest of the trailer, like I don't know. I don't like how they're trying to make him like this quasi almost superhero kind of guy. Like that was never
Yeah.
Sonic's bag.
But,
And
like-
then he's in the boat with his I don't know who that is, his sponsor. And then suddenly
his human. His
yeah,
pet
and then
human.
suddenly he's talking about like, come on, man, you're not Batman. And what I didn't like about that is that they never said like they didn't really like they weren't specific on whether Batman is like a comic book character there or he's just like around in that city. With Sonic like this, if Sonic operates out of Gotham, I will sue.
I think yeah, like with all these video game movies, it's like don't do the thing where you put them in the real world. Why can't they should just have a Sonic movie where Sonic is in Sonic World,
Exactly.
which I agree with. But they've done it now, and I think this is the best continuation they could have done it. And I think it's gonna be good. You watch the first one.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't watch the first one because like ever since I saw that original character design, I was like, there's no way I'm putting
If
money
they kept that
into
original
this.
character design, I would have seen that film 8 times in theaters. That was so funny. It looked like a nightmare. It looked like
like even in any iteration of Sonic, that's the problem. They tried to bring it into the real world and they tried to make him more realistic. He looked like an actual fucking rodent. Like it was so
disturbing.
weird. And you know
It
the
was
thing
so
is,
disturbing.
someone's in a boardroom and said, "Kids will love this."
It's like, yes, that's it. That's it. You've got
Sonic
it.
the
Don't do
Hedgehog?
anything else.
Yeah, I mean, he's clearly a hedgehog. We got one thing right, guys.
Okay, one second, just gonna refill my drink.
I never asked
Okay,
actually.
yeah,
How's
new drink.
so long?
Sorry, what were you?
Live to the audience going crazy.
Sorry, what were you saying? The next piece of news: Robert Kirkman, the author of Invincible, is getting sued.
Oh.
Did you not know this?
No, by who and for why?
William Crabtree.
I'm like
someone
the
who
audience.
says he you're like, oh my god, what? Yeah, you're doing
Whoa,
it right,
that's
Rob.
so interesting. I am the live studio audience. Sorry.
He said he co-created Invincible. He was a colorist for the first 50 issues. And then so he claims Kirkman told him to relinquish his copyright to make it easier to sell to studios. And his attorney says fraud and deceit has become a standard business practice for Kirkman and is apparently where his true creative aptitude lies, which is a read, and he's read him for filth there. The same attorney represented Tony Moore, who sued Kirkman out of his interest in The Walking Dead. So Robert Kirkman has a pattern, it seems, and so basically he told this dude, William Crabtree, that you can have 20% of the profits if we get like a show and other stuff, but just sign this thing that says that it's only my name. so that when I sell it to Amazon, it's better if it just has one name on the title, like created by Robert Kirkman. And the guy was like, yeah, sure. But what the thing that he signed actually did was make it so he didn't have to give him any money. Didn't give him any money from the show. So yeah.
See, okay, well, here's my thing. Like, I know that's fucked up. On
You're about to say something horrible.
I know that's
I know that's bad.
I know that's fucked up.
Yeah.
I know that's fucked up on like a lot of levels. But also, if you're being handed a legal document
Read
by
that shit.
by I guess you're right. Like at least check it twice.
Read that shit. Get your lawyer to read shit. It's
someone has to read it because in my opinion, I know it's fucked and you shouldn't be trying to do that. But if you're getting swindled to that, like fool me once, right?
Exactly.
Like you know this guy. You know what happened on The Walking Dead.
You know, Robert. You heard about his Walking Dead lawsuit, and he hands you a contract.
You probably fucking fuck those Walking Dead guys at the bar with Robert, and you like. And he's like,
I know you in contract. No, I promise this is completely different. I know what you're thinking. I need you to sign this.
I swear to God, that was a one-time thing.
I swear to God, this is completely different. Don't read it. Just sign it.
I don't know them like I know you. All right, listen.
Look, don't read it because you make me upset if you read it. Just sign it. Just sign it right now. Like, sign it out for drinks. I have the 20% of everything. I promise. Just sign this. Just sign it.
Yeah, I mean, like, to be honest, it's really fucked up because like if your friend, someone that you've been working with for a long time, they hand you a document just like, hey man, I just need to sign this so we can get started, so we can sell to other studios. If we're like, yeah, I guess you could sign it. Like, it's not out of the realm of possibility. I don't think he was stupid, right? I just think maybe, I just think maybe you should have, I don't know, checked twice.
Also, people like on Twitter like, you heard someone's been swindled out of millions, and your first thought is, when is my cartoon coming back? Yes, bitch. I don't know this man. I know this stupid man who can't read contracts. I am concerned about when the cartoon is coming back. Is this going to delay the show?
They announced season 2 and 3 like the day after it ended, and I haven't heard anything.
They're like, we're doing all the seasons. Like this shit is coming back. Oh my fucking
God! It was like somebody dared them too. It was like, oh, you want season 2 announced?
Yeah.
Well, how about season 2 and 3, bitch? And now he can't put his money where his mouth is.
Someone said, oh, these shows are so good, but they never get a second season. What? 2 more next year.
And just to make sure I have the money, I'll cut my partner out of the deal. Then I can make you a season 4 too.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't delay it, but it's
going to be a protracted legal battle. I wouldn't be surprised if it was delayed a little bit.
Pay him out. He's got that Bezos money now. He can just pay him outside of court.
Yeah, that pure, uncut Bezos money.
Next, but it's not really news. It's just kind of like a heads up. Eternals has come to Disney Plus.
I watched it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's done the best. It had the best like Disney Plus premiere of any other Marvel movie. Like it's
not a high bar though, is it?
Well, I guess, but what's it called? The Scarlett Johansson Black Widow came out.
Really? Oh yeah, that's actually surprising because Black Widow was a much better film.
I guess it just means that like 2 things. It's like no one really wanted to watch Black Widow, and so like I like that movie. And that's
really weird because Black Widow was a
Black
really
Widow
good
costed
film.
£25 to watch though on Disney Plus, or like £20. So that's why Eternals was free, and also no one wanted to go to the cinema to see Eternals, but they didn't mind watching it on Disney Plus. Yeah. The price barrier is definitely huge. Yeah, it's not free.
Because Eternals was like I really like that concept. You know what I mean? I love that idea, and I'm interested in reading the comics for it actually. Because seeing as I'm doing this whole Marvel deep dive,
this Marvel comic reading thing,
and
new thing that you're trying.
On a other note, Marvel deep dive and none of my coursework.
Yeah.
Which is
Your
fine.
coursework deep dive will come later in the year.
No, yeah. I mean, to be honest, like, because basically I've been writing all of my essays and shit on Marvel movies anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I should say this on the record, but I've been beating the shit out of Shang-Chi. Like I've been referencing it. I've been writing about it. I've been watching it over and over again. But look, anyway, but as
I
part of
think
my,
Jordan said that's her favorite Marvel movie, Shang-Chi.
it's so good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's
It's
really,
hot.
really good. What? Well,
I said it's
you
hot.
don't think? Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you said it's not. Anyway,
No.
but yeah, I'm interested in like going back and looking at the Eternals. But the movie, I don't know. Like I
We'll
enjoyed
talk
it while I
about it
watched it.
more. Well, I think we're gonna do it in a couple weeks. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I definitely thought it was better than the review said it was. But yeah, no, we'll say if it was. But this is valuable. This is valuable.
We'll do more of it. We'll do more of a
Yeah.
deep dive.
Okay. We're taking longer on these than I thought. I guess a lot of it will be cut out for like dead air and stuff. No, it's fine. This is our first one, so we'll just see how long it takes.
Yeah, baby.
I'll just give you some quick. This one's a quick one. So the author of finally getting some anime stuff. Author of Full Metal Alchemist, Hiromi Arakawa. He released a new manga called Yomi no Tsugai. Did you read the? I read the first chapter.
Which means in Japanese.
I thought you were about to tell me. You
Well,
were
why?
you were setting me up to fail. Yeah.
No,
Do you think-
I just thought you would. I just thought you would know, seeing as you've done the research.
If I knew, I would have said it. It would be in my notes. Why? And
I'm sorry.
the
I
translation,
and
the translation of that would be. Don't. How dare you? No, I can't even find it. I'm furiously googling right now, but I don't even know what it means. Did you read it?
No, I didn't.
I read the first chapter. It's pretty lit. But
can you give me like some sort of synopsis?
2/3 of the first chapter are boring, and then it gets really lit. They're like these people, and they live in some old village, and they're like hunting for their food and stuff. And there's a girl who's locked up in a cage. Then some helicopters fly in, and they start shooting everyone, and shit gets crazy. That's what I know so far.
That was nothing. I mean, to be honest.
What do you mean I gave you everything?
I mean, yeah.
I'm not going to give you the plot.
To be honest, I appreciate that. I mean, core concept. Girls in cages and helicopters with guns. That's some hot shit. Speaking of helicopters, have you seen that new Netflix show? All of Us Are Dead.
No.
Okay, I've been getting really ever since. What was that show that came out?
My about to fucking die. What's it?
Okay, well that would be a bad first episode. So what was that show? It was like a Korean drama. Came out like a while back.
Euphoria.
What?
No. You said teen drama. Sorry,
I said Korean.
Korean.
I said Korean drama.
I said teen drama. I thought.
And I know a lot about Zendaya. I don't think.
Don't think she's Korean yet.
Not yet. I don't know. Yeah, maybe if Home does really well, her and Tom will move out there. But I'm not. It wasn't Squid Games. There was one before it. See, the hype around Squid Games. I mean, they actually reference Train to Busan in the show. But, okay, so we'll just go with that. So it's this brand new zombie apocalypse show.
Oh, so it is like Train to Busan.
Yeah, that's why they say, "Oh my god, this is just like Train to Busan."
The opening line of the show. Oh my god. Time on Train to Busan. This is just like Train to Busan.
But yeah, it's this brand new Netflix show. It's so good. I watched it all in one day, which is crazy. But I mean, to be honest, it's not like I was just not doing anything. It's just doing my hair takes 12 hours, and there are 12 episodes of the show. So I watched it all. It's like this really sick show set in like a high school for the most part. Zombie outbreak. Basically, it's really good. Yeah, like High School of the Dead, except there are less titties.
Oh. No, I'm joking. Oh, boo. Boo.
What? Oh,
tomatoes, throwing tomatoes. Is there a boo sound on this thing?
I
No, it
mean,
doesn't
you
have
would
a
know,
boo.
not me.
It needs
Do
a
I
boo.
get a soundboard as well?
That you maybe next time I'll add you also as a host so you can use the soundboard.
Wait,
I
so
kind of
what am I?
like
What am I?
you're a guest. You're a guest.
You
You
treat me like
you
a
have to
second
be as
class
such.
citizen? Okay.
Sorry, I'm just flexing on you right
I
now.
didn't. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it because from the audience, I didn't appreciate that.
Okay, what else is there to talk about? Did you watch the two My Hero game trailers I sent you?
Yes, I did.
So the first one was an official game called Ultra Rumble. That looked like us.
That was an official game.
Yeah, that was an official game. The first one.
Okay.
Ultra
So, but it's
Rumble.
like one of those. It's like one of those iPhone games, though, isn't it?
No. That's a console game.
You're telling me. You're telling me My Hero. You're telling me My Hero Academia, Ultra Rumble, that shitty.
I'm pretty sure that. I mean, look, I'm
That's
pretty
coming
sure
out on PS5. You're telling me.
Yeah.
You're telling me that. You're telling me that's next gen. It looks like an iPhone game. Because they release like a bunch of
No,
those games.
it's
I mean, okay, so
no, yeah.
fine,
The
not
title is
exactly.
the game will launch for Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
It looks
It's
shit.
a fucking.
though.
It looks like dog shit. Exactly.
So shit. I mean,
Yeah,
okay,
it
so
looks
like
terrible.
I guess for people who don't know, I guess explain the core concept of this game. This is like that little battle royale one, right?
Yeah. It's like Shinobi Strikers, Mario, Naruto Shinobi Strikers. And basically you're like in a team battling another team. You're doing using My Hero characters.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking
You
of
just got something of Mario and Naruto running.
I have to bring Luigi back to the village. Okay, so
Luigi, it's me, your brother.
okay. But yeah, so it like but like Shinobi Strikers looked like a game that belongs in it. This is like a what?
It looks like a mobile game, yeah. Like
Yeah, it really does.
You actually thought, yeah, exactly. It looks like a mobile game. But then while I was looking for that, I found that fan-made game, the one that was made on Unreal
yeah.
Engine.
I've
And
actually
that
seen.
shit comes. That shit looks sick. That.
I love it when my game's spunk. Yeah, it's super great.
Oh my god! When are you using?
Yeah, that did like a.
Yo, what? That was
The million.
crazy.
It
The million.
does. It does.
The
Like,
million.
it seems like. I mean, I suppose we should explain like what it is.
So yeah, it's basically like, well, it's in this very like early stages at the moment, but it's like it seems to be like an open world-ish, My Hero game where you can play as any of the like. So they've loaded a bunch of characters. They've made Deku, Bakugo, All Might, the Million, Mountain Lady.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, just they've animated her gigantic bottom.
Well,
So
I mean,
obviously-
I actually think that's canon.
I think that's canon. I think if we refer to the source material, actually, I think that's actually canon.
That's a huge plot point in the My Hero Academia manga. Like they harp on it for seasons, honestly.
Yeah, obviously they had, because like the rest of the cast, and then it's like and Mountain Lady, obviously. The developer clearly was like, and obviously just
And I don't know. I mean, you got.
Let's pick one out the air. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not exactly fussed on who we get. I guess
I don't even
know,
remember
just-
what her name was.
I mean,
but
no.
yeah,
To be
sure.
fair, though, they also have that guy whose superpower is just being
the
made of
tree.
wood.
Yeah, the Woodman. Because he kind of they like to do that swimming thing. Yeah, so with Deku they had him with his black whip as well. That wasn't really
Which
finished
is-
yet. They kind of doing like a Spider-Man PS4
Yeah,
kind
it
of
did
swinging
look
thing.
very glitched. So I hope that gets finished soon because that.
But
would be
everything else
very,
looked
very
sick, and
great.
it blew the fucking official game out the water.
Mm.
Like Bandai needs to take notes.
I'm really sad about that, because like anime games they're just always so hit and miss.
Jump
Do you remember how
Force is
good Jump Force was supposed to be?
Jump Force is good.
Oh,
You don't like it?
Jump Force should have been a much better game than it is.
I It's a fighting
I
game.
think but the reason people still play fucking Naruto Storm 4 and
Yeah,
no one
people still play Jump
and you
Force.
don't I haven't heard a word about Jump Force in at least a year.
That's because we don't watch Afro Senju anymore.
I
But
do.
like,
Guess
oh,
what? He doesn't
he's not
fucking
playing.
play Jump Force.
Jump Force is good. Jump Force. I was playing it the other day, and
Well, I'm sure
it's
that
good.
I'm sure
What I was really
I'm
disappointed in was games like One Piece Strong World, which promised like an open world experience, and then
I
just ended up
can't
being absolutely nothing.
I can't remember a good One Piece game. I can't remember a One Piece game that makes me as happy as the show does,
What about
which
Burning
I know is
Blood?
a hard. But Burning Blood was
Burning
pretty
Blood,
good.
Burning Blood
Burning
had
Blood
some. I
was pretty
liked
good.
all the little extras they put in, like Sanji can't hurt female characters, and
He's an ally, yeah. So he can't do anything.
okay, wait, okay, we're spending so much time on this. Okay,
Okay, right. Sorry. Oh yeah, sorry. These are supposed to be quick, right?
rushing through now.
How long did you want it to be?
I thought it would be like an hour.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess we just. I don't know.
Who
Maybe.
cares?
Well, yeah. I guess that solves it. I think.
Who cares? I don't. Um, Jujutsu Kaisen Zero, the anime film, came out in Japan. It
I am
it's
so
like
excited.
it's like the 64th highest earning film in Japanese box office history. It made
Wow.
like 8.6 billion yen in 24 days,
Jesus
which is
Christ.
like 54.9 million pounds.
Oh my God. When that
Yeah,
comes like to the West,
like an anime movie. Like yeah,
it's gonna shoot up. The last thing that did anything
Demon
close
Slayer
was yeah, it
movie
was
was
Demon Slayer.
crazy. Like that did crazy numbers.
The Mugen Train lives infinitely in my heart.
Yeah,
Like
we need
I
to.
can't get my, I can't get it out of my head, man.
Yeah, like
Do you know how badly I want Rengoku to be my dad?
that movie made me cry, and then I cried again when I watched the anime version of
I
it.
know it really does. Like it's just so. I mean, yeah, we should talk about that movie as well. There's so
Well,
much stuff I want to like just go really
I
in
think
depth with.
when this season is over, we'll do a whole Demon Slayer episode because I have a lot to
Yeah,
say about my first impressions of it and then how I feel about it now.
yeah, because you know what? Because you know what? I like how. Well, I mean, we'll get into it, but I feel like I've been like reading not the manga because I want to just wait for the show, but I've been reading like
Yeah.
what people are saying about the manga, and I think the
Mm.
creator of Demon Slayer has started to believe his own hype because apparently
Yeah.
it just keeps on getting wilder and wilder.
He's like, I can do anything. Yeah, because the show at the moment is at a crazy place. But if we could start talking about that, we'll be here for another hour.
Yeah.
We need to talk about Attack on Titan as well when that finishes. Jesus, everything
Well, yeah, if we do like an Attack on
transformative.
Titan, like, see, we should just do Attack on Titan episode by episode. With the way
Yeah,
that Attack on Titan is shaping up to finish,
you could talk about each one for like an hour.
yeah, because now there's just so much lore.
Yeah.
There's everything that I could possibly want from Attack on Titan right now.
Okay. The next piece of news. The second Joker movie has been announced. Joker 2. This time I'm serious. Joker 2, Cruise Control. I've written these down.
Joker
Joker
2.
2, serious?
Yes! I was literally just about to say that one. Oh god.
Or so it's just Joker, but the J is like the number 2 upside down. But yeah, they're making another one of those fucking just
Joker in New
Todd,
York.
Todd Phillip just looking in the mirror and jerking himself off, saying, "I'm such a good director. Oh my god, I'm the next Scorsese." That's what that movie is. I don't like that movie.
You
It's
didn't
fine.
like Joker?
It's fine. It's fine. It's just it pretends to be so much, and it is nothing. And
I mean,
it's also
it
just
was
like
really good, I thought.
it first of all just uses Batman to get itself off the ground because it's not a Joker origin story. That can be anything. It has nothing to do with Batman or the source material. And then it like throughout the film it pretends to be like this deep fucking thing, and then it's not. It just sets up so many questions, answers none of it, says nothing. But it's well shot and it's got good music and like Joaquin Phoenix is really good in it. But just
Okay.
everything outside of the movie makes me hate it.
I mean, only thing I hate about the Joker movie is the fans.
Yeah, that
That's
was
the main thing. The people who say it's like a mirror reflecting society are incorrect. But what I did love about it is like, yes, in terms of literally cinematography, script, Joaquin Phoenix's acting, like it was a
Yeah.
very good film. I can
Got
understand what
good
you're
lines.
saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can understand what you're saying. Like maybe it doesn't say as much as, people are saying it does, but it does say something.
But what does it say?
It says that maybe
It's
he's jacking himself off, but Todd
yeah,
Phillips can shoot a fucking scene.
yeah,
Like he
exactly.
can.
Tom Phillips knows how to shoot. He can shoot a scene. That's what it says. It says he can shoot a scene. He knows some Frank Sinatra songs. I'm being more harsh in this movie
You're being incredibly reductive, and I
it's
think it's
because of
because of
the
the fans.
discourse surrounding it. Yeah, but
But like that
if I could watch
movie
the movie in a vacuum, I think I'd enjoy it more. But I can't
makes sense.
distance
Like
myself from
that
everything
movie,
around it.
I
Also,
think
if
it
it
was
wasn't
a good
pretending to
Joker
be a Batman
origin.
movie,
Yeah, I think it was a good because
it's
it's
not
separate
though.
from the Batman. Why not? Why do you think no?
Because none of the story, because
Considering that,
the Joker is supposed to be a criminal genius mastermind with a backstory that ties to the Batman directly, which is why they become arch rivals. But fine, even if you don't want to tie it to the Batman, this man doesn't even want to lead this army of weird Joker people that he's got. He's just some crazy dude. He can never do
yeah,
a crime.
but you're saying, I mean, he did do multiple crimes,
Yeah, but I like
but
he could never. How Batman catch this guy
But
in
you've been saying this whole time that it's not really a Batman movie.
Yeah, no. So
I
why
think
did they
it's
call it
more
Joker? This could
because
be
I
a
mean
this could be a
because
character
it's a
study
movie
about a man
about
going.
because it's a movie set, but it's like I feel like it's a different take on the Joker, and I feel like
But
first of all, you don't wake up one day and be a criminal mastermind. Like you start small, okay,
no, but this guy's
and
not
I know
smart. He's not calculated. He's not even vicious. Like he's not even intentionally like
he is vicious though.
horrible. He's not horrible. The
Yes,
Joker's a
well, because
horrible
I
man,
mean,
and
but yeah, by
people
the end
suffer.
of the movie, he's only just gone crazy. Like, give him some fucking time,
No, he's
right?
crazy the whole time, and
He's already killed people. He's
yeah,
only just started killing people. He
yeah,
he realizes that he gaslit himself into
yeah,
having a girlfriend, and then and then he starts like this riot by accident. Imagine what
yeah,
he could do when he's trying.
yeah, yeah. I
But
see. I see
also,
all this.
I'm worried about Joaquin Phoenix because he's put on weight after the film, and if he has to get that thin again, like I don't know if his body will hold up.
The actors do that shit all the time. They love doing that shit. They do it to
I
show off.
I I I mean I want to be an actor, and I don't think I could. I don't think I could do that. Like I can't.
Yeah, you're not pretentious. If you did that, you'd be like,
I,
oh, okay.
I
La
mean
di
yeah,
da.
because they are just doing it to brag, aren't they?
Yeah.
Have you seen? Oh God! Speaking of which, have you seen that new Channing Tatum movie about Channing Tatum and a dog?
Magic Mike 3?
No, no, but.
Magic 3 Mike.
Always do that shit.
No,
But it's
no, what
literally
is
like,
it? Sorry.
I understand. I get it. I understand that people like Channing Tatum, and Channing Tatum's a funny dude. But I'm noticing a trend in cinema where you just take a crowd favorite, give him a gimmick, and then
Mm.
back your whole movie off it. This movie, the whole thing is, the movie is called Dog, and it's just Channing Tatum with a dog.
Nice, nice. Even I'll take you even one step further. There's a movie coming out called Nick Cage, and the movie is about Nick
I wonder what
Cage
it's
playing a
about.
Nick Cage. It's literally like the Joker's fine. My main point is that that film could be about and like it could just be a character study of a man called Crazy. It could be called Crazy Clown, and I would like it a lot more. If you
Less
see
people
this,
would see it.
if you see the film Iron Man, exactly that's why they called it Joker. If you see the film Iron Man and called it something, this is the origin story of Iron Man from the comics Iron Man. This movie is not about the Joker. It's just that they put the Joker on it so it would
But
sell more.
have like I don't know, but in DC Comics, do we see the Joker origin
There
story?
are
Like I
several
don't know.
different origin stories, and we don't know which one is real. This one kind of takes a little bit from the Killing Joke, but not really.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's fine. Okay, other news. Jason Momoa is joining the cast of Fast and Furious. My
I
pal.
did see
Jason.
this. I did see this, and I hated it immediately.
Fast and Furious
I'll
10.
I'll give you. You have to give me £1,000 if the next one is set on a submarine. I bet he's just Aquaman in it.
Well, because they went to space, so what else are they going to travel through time in the next one?
Fucking hell! I mean, they've done so much. They've done the Fast and
I think
Furious
Vin Diesel's going to
franchise.
find the
should
Back
have
to the
stopped.
Future car.
Back to the Furious. But
And they'll be like, Dom, what are you doing? He's going to be like, don't worry, I got a plan. Take them back to the 1930s.
I can't. I don't think I can handle it. I mean, yeah, they're really, really good. But what no, I mean, I'm sorry, they're not really, really good. They're really, really funny.
Yeah.
They're really funny. But what annoys me is that they used to be good. I used to be able to justify to myself as a human being sitting down and paying money to go and watch
You were
a fucking
also
Fast
10.
and Furious movie. I mean, yeah, no, and I feel
Yeah,
like I was a
that
pretty
affects it.
astute 10-year-old.
I think that affects it, though. I think going back, if I were to go back and watch them now, the early ones, I don't even think they would even be good.
No,
don't
but
think it was ever
the
good.
thing is, they weren't. They were still
They went
movies.
ridiculous.
They were still
they were
they were still about something. It's
At the
not
moment, they're
just
just
it's not just
cash
Dominic
grabs.
Toretto and him fucking blowing up NASA with a Camaro. Like oh god. I can't do it anymore, basically.
I respect the sheer audacity of them to keep going for as
Yeah.
long as that people will let them. They're
Of course
like,
it is. They
they're
have
like,
they have a whole cinematic universe, which
they're
is
like,
fucking crazy.
unless you stop us, I'm gonna keep making them. We're gonna keep making these until we die.
100 years, Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious season 26.
For those who
I
don't
hate
know,
it.
Jason Momoa, I'm not gonna get into too much detail, but he said my first
You clearly
name
want
before.
to.
No,
What, he's kissed
save it
you?
for another time. Yeah, he said my first name. You haven't kissed
Right.
yet.
No, you clearly want to tell the story, so just
No.
tell everybody how you met Jason Momoa.
I don't like to Jason doesn't like me to get into it. I like to respect his privacy. I used to work at a bar that he
course.
frequented. I called him J-Dog. He called me Big Lem. Things like that.
Jason Momoa isn't very creative, but
Things of that nature.
he doesn't have to be
Sometimes
Jason
we'd
Momoa.
high-five. Sometimes we'd high-five, and I just look into his deep green eyes and get lost.
So that's why you're watching the new Fast and Furious movie.
I bought 3
stakes in
tickets.
it.
Just so I can go in the cinema and lie down. And just soak him in.
That's I don't care what you say. That's a fucking baller move. Three tickets in a row, so you can spread them all out.
Lie
and
down. Just lie down and look at the ceiling, not even watching the movie.
I mean, look, it's my lunch break, all right? I need a place to nap. There isn't anywhere else that can do it for me. It's too far to commute home.
The last bit of news. Wow, okay, so we're coming up an hour. We're on the last bit of news. Maybe next week less, or maybe the podcast will just be long. And then you know what?
Or
Let's keep going.
curveball,
Yeah.
more news.
More news. Less topic. Let's go 2 hours of news, 20-minute topic, and everyone else can get fucked because this is.
Yeah,
our
I think
podcast
so.
and we do
I
what
think
we
so too. That's always my philosophy.
Okay, and then last bit of news. Mortal Kombat movie coming out. They did it. Regardless of how shit the first one was, they're doing another one.
We thought that they wouldn't, but
They don't care.
they did it. They did it.
They did it. Well done.
We couldn't stop. Congratulations.
Well done.
It's okay, guys. It's Mortal Kombat.
So they've got Jeremy Slater. Has been said he's going to be writing it. So he's working
Because
on
they
the
beat us
new
to
Moon
death with the first movie, but now it's time to finish him.
The first movie, interesting fun fact about the first movie, no Mortal Kombat takes place. The Mortal Kombat does not take place in the first Mortal Kombat movie. I was waiting the whole movie, I was like,
did they
when
not
does-
even say Mortal Kombat during the first
They
Mortal
keep talking
Kombat?
about that, how there's a tournament that will take place, but it doesn't. Like
So
that's
there's no Mortal Kombat in the Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat movie, and the Mortal Kombat tournament didn't happen. I was pissed. That movie sucked. That movie was shit.
You promised me one thing.
If anything, if there's one thing I expect from the movie Mortal Kombat,
That should be
it's
the
the
only
Mortal
thing in the
Kombat
pros column of the Mortal Kombat movie is the Mortal Kombat.
Exactly.
If there was no
I sh-
Mortal Kombat, what am I in there for?
I should be walking out of that movie saying, you know what? At least I got to see the Mortal Kombat tournament in live action. I didn't see that.
You probably won't even see
Anyway.
it in the second film. Like,
It
say
should-
you will. Like, Sub-Zero and Scorpion talk a lot. And
It
that
should be
sexual
called-
tension is, like, crazy. Did they have that in the live
Palpable.
action? Because
There
it's
was a-
in all of the games.
We did get we got a get over here, which was pretty cool. But
Okay.
it was odd because for the rest of the time, Scorpion spoke only in Japanese. We're here.
That's kind of like the thing they do in anime as well, where like
Yeah.
some words and phrases are in English, just for the fans.
Yeah, Jeremy Slater's writing. So he's working on Moon Knight right now, but he is anime fans may know him as the head writer on Death Note 2017, a movie very much hated by the anime community
Yeah, because it
and the
was
film community in general. Actually, it's just a
bad.
terrible
Because
movie.
it was
He
bad.
worked on
movie.
Umbrella Academy as well.
Umbrella
So I don't know,
Academy is a great show.
Yeah, he's a mixed
he
bag.
had an off week. You know,
Yeah.
to be honest, I didn't even see that. I didn't watch the Death Note movie all the way through because I
You couldn't make it.
because no
Did you
because
make
it
it
was
to the
because
first
it was
death scene?
no, it was an insult to Light Yagami is
Yeah.
what it was. So I couldn't put myself through it. I like the amount that I watched could amount to like a clip, basically.
It was
'Cause
so funny.
it was
Like,
the
they did it
worst.
like what's that
Yeah,
movie where they
did.
die in really
I
stupid
heard they
ways?
did it like a
Final Destination. Yeah, like he writes this guy's name in Death Note, and like a bowling ball rolls off the thing and like hits a hits a bucket that flies in the air. A car swerves. A bird flies down into his. Like, it was fucking
like one of those, like one of those
stupid.
Instagram videos where you're rolling a fucking marble down a flight
Yeah.
of stairs and seeing if it can do
It's like a domino shit. Yeah, it was so fucking dumb.
like Final Destination. Like, take it for what it was. Final Destination. Those were some great is a strong word, but there were some funny fucking movies.
Yeah,
Because you had but Death Note is supposed to be a psychological thriller.
It's not supposed to be funny. Like,
Death
yeah,
Note's
exactly.
supposed to be a romance.
I'm not. There's like, not supposed to be any romance.
Just death and occasionally notes.
It's
like
notes,
it shouldn't-
death, a couple notes. It's like Mortal Kombat all over again. It should do what it says in the tin. I want death and a couple notes.
No Mortal Kombat in the Mortal Kombat movie is a very funny concept to me.
So now taking us on to our main topic, Spider-Man.
What is it?
No Way Home.
Should we take it again? Alright, I fucked up that take.
You sure?
I'm sorry.
Don't worry, you got it. Just I'll go for it. You say nothing. You just kind of react. Maybe you do some active listening, like and then okay. So taking us into
Ready?
our final
Okay,
topic.
take it.
Taking us into our main topic, Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Yeah. Hey. What? Hey. Yeah. We need to sample that immediately.
Yeah, I don't know how we get the rights to that, but yeah,
We can't. Well, did they put their name on it, like the intro?
this one? But they called it Riverside Tune 3.
Yeah, but if they don't have their name in it, and I'm no lawyer, but I'm pretty sure we can just take it.
Look, I don't know the law. I made it very clear. I don't know the law.
Okay, so No Way Home. Initial
Okay.
thoughts?
I'll lead. How about that? But yeah,
All right, fuck. I mean,
initial thoughts and everything. I just don't like how you took. I don't like how you took that from me. I was ready to say it.
I didn't mean to step on anybody's toes.
You
Well,
stepped all
that's-
over my toes.
That's
My
not what
toes
I'm
are
trying to
crushed.
do here. I mean, I guess I haven't been promoted to host yet, so I guess I'll just stay in guest role.
No, you never get your fingers on these soundboards if you keep overcutting me, understepping me.
Fucking hell. If this is the way you treat me, I wonder how you spoke to Warren, honestly.
I see with Warren it was different because he set up the camera and knew a lot more than me. So I was kind
So
of
you
in
were the
his
guest.
debt. Yeah, I was I was the guest. It was in my house. I was the guest. Yeah, Spider-Man, No Way Home. Overall impressions. Talk about. So how did it make you feel?
That movie made me happy to be alive in
Yeah,
a decade that has been awful for everyone
yeah,
ever.
I know exactly
Like
what you mean.
that movie was first, it was everything that I wanted,
Yeah,
and then it was more.
yeah, yeah.
And like I honestly, thank you, thank you. Please. Like, okay. So I'm not gonna lie. I mean, obviously, we'll have to tell the story of where we first watched it
Yeah.
because that was tough. But
I just
the second time I viewed that movie,
Yeah.
it made me feel things that I didn't think I could feel.
Yeah, exactly. I just wanna,
You ever watched a movie that made you feel safe?
I may throw this time around a lot, but this movie fucks. This, this movie fucks and it comes.
It doesn't clean up afterwards.
Wow, it doesn't need to. I'll gladly clean up afterwards.
Stop.
It was
Stop it.
crazy. This movie was insane. It was a culmination of everything that I did happen, but that I needed to happen.
Because as you people know, this is a Spider-Man household.
Wow. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man movie so many fucking times. Like Spider-Man, like that's my comfort movie.
And then
for
see
that
him
man to walk back
in
into
action.
they brought
Through a portal of all things.
He just steps out the portal, he's like, hello? Oh my god. Zendaya had the cheek to ask him, who's this?
she hasn't seen the first movie.
Like you don't know. Oh
like,
my god.
Zendaya in that scene like she hasn't read the script. I mean, like come on.
Oh my god. Yeah,
incredible.
Movie was crazy. Yeah, do you want to wait, I'm going to refill this cup. And you can tell us about when we first saw it.
So, my brother and I, our family is Nigerian in origin, and we were actually over there during the holidays when the movie came out. But you know, obviously, when a movie like this comes out, you kind of have to drop everything and find a way to go and see it. So we went to the cinema. We convinced our family to blow off whatever they were doing. Ended up at the cinema to watch this film. Us, our cousins, walk into the theater. We're excited. We're buzzing. We're gassed. We got the popcorn going on. We got the drinks going on. Like that special, Nigerian version of Fanta, which is
we deleted all of our social media as well while we were on
holiday. Yeah.
So
I wasn't on Twitter. I hadn't seen anything.
I hadn't confirmed if Toby and Andrew were actually in it. We didn't know.
We didn't know anything. So we sit down. Cinema was like pretty full. I'm like, oh wow, this is gonna be like an experience, and it was, but not the.
Definitely an experience.
But it wasn't the experience that I wanted for my first time watching this film. I had five problems with the crowd in the theater. Right? For one thing, first thing, probably the most annoying thing, I've mentioned before that in this episode actually, I mentioned before that kids are stupid. There was a boy behind me who clearly he wasn't alive long enough to know the history.
Understand the gravity of the situation.
He had the audacity to say when Tobey Maguire walked through his portal, he was almost as confused as Zendaya was. He was like, who's this? And I'm like, that's just not fucking it. Okay, and to be honest, that shouldn't even be the first issue. The first issue for everyone was that everyone was too loud.
So loud.
You should have. There's like a certain level of etiquette that you should have in a cinema, which is like, I don't know, talk to your friends, talk to the people in front of you. I don't know, maybe even text on your phone if you have the brightness down, but don't fucking yell.
People were yelling, heckling the screen. Like
someone was telling Spider-Man how to do his job. What?
Okay, it was like But you mean you're taking too long with all this preamble. Let's get to it.
Save her! Come on, save her! He's trying. Okay, he's doing his best.
He's doing his damn best.
I don't know if you know, but that's the Green Goblin. You save her then. Arsehole. People were answering phone calls. Someone had their phone camera flashlight just on, just
taking pictures.
just
I love that.
Swinging it around.
This wasn't the first time we saw someone do this. The first time we saw someone do this was at our grandfather's funeral. Someone's phone rings while everyone else is quiet. It's ringing really loudly, and then they just grab their phone and they go,
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Hello? Oh yeah, no, I'm not busy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm not doing this shit. Just I don't know, just putting some dude to rest or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like Spider-Man's playing, I guess.
I'm fucking around. What are you doing? Yeah. But even despite another thing I hate about that cinema, the seats were so fucking weird. The seats were arse. So the seats were like,
because the seats were seats. What are you talking about?
The seats were raised up to the point where I'm like, my back's too high up for me to lean back on the seat. But
are you sure you weren't doing that?
There's a weird gap between the bottom bit and the back of the seat where I might fall in. So I'm like, who is this?
Maybe people would. It's because you got no back, bro. I'm sorry.
With long shins and no ass.
No, yeah. Maybe people with big booties. Like that. If you got a big booty, then you won't slide through the crack. You'll just fold over.
So this is now turned into you body shaming me for my lack of ass. I'll have you know that I have one of the bigger booties.
I have one of the biggest booties on the West Coast. So you better not.
And that's certified. You can take that to the bank.
I think that's on God. That's my mom.
That's on my mama.
It's on everything.
I put that on everything.
I mean, I don't know. There were a lot of problems.
Even despite that, it was a.
But yeah, okay, yeah, but that's probably enough complaining. Let's talk about favorite bits of the movie. I think.
You've done it again.
I'm sorry. You're not some kind of super host. This is just regular progression of a conversation. All right, we're just talking. You don't have a monopoly on changing the topic.
It's just crazy that
is that the next thing on your notes?
I've laid out some you just keep. But I've laid out some notes, carefully, meticulously, and you're just freestyling, jumping in. I wanted to just say, let's quickly go over what happened in the first third, the middle third, and the first act, the second act, and the third act. As you film aficionados.
Yeah, you shouldn't talk about stuff that you don't know about.
Yeah. So just
in my opinion, this movie was actually a 5-act structure, but that's all right. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't give a fuck. Okay, so go.
I'm googling 5-act structure already.
I'm just on the here hero's journey and.
So in the first bit, it's straight after the end of the second movie. Or do you want to? You tell me what.
Well,
should
okay.
No,
it doesn't really matter.
You tell.
Honestly.
We'll go act for act.
Okay. So, first act. Right after, if you stay for the end credits of the last film, Peter's identity has been revealed to the world, which immediately makes him the most famous person ever. And so he's just dropped MJ down on the street, and then suddenly.
You know what I'm gonna do when I edit this?
Interrupt me.
At the end when at the moment it's gonna be our two faces in these two boxes. Yeah. I'm gonna edit your box so it's that clip of Mysterio being like, Spider-Man's name is Peter Parker. I'm gonna do that there.
You could have just done that. You didn't.
You know what? I will do also. I'll cut out where I told you what I was gonna. I'll cut this bit out. Cut this out. Cut this. Cut that. Cut this whole shit.
That. Cut the cameras.
Dead ass.
Putting an audience sound of that. Everyone going, ooh, shit.
Oh, you need to leave.
You see, okay, so what I hate about that very beginning bit is that these fucking dirty New Yorkers try and touch Zendaya,
First of all, they try and grab my girl Zendaya.
which is never. I don't know if you've seen Euphoria, but you know, Rue would take a bitch, but obviously it's just MJ, so it's fine.
Yeah.
And then so yeah, they swing away, and then so you know, then they're basically dealing with the fallout of Peter's identity being revealed. You know,
Yeah.
the fucking Department of Damage Control,
Yeah.
huge cunts, huge pricks. So they bring
from Succession guy.
yes, he's a dick in a lot of shows, so he's good at it. He
knows what
he's
he's
got
doing.
He's got a facet
Makes
that
me
he's
think I
sticking
wouldn't
to.
like him in real life.
I'm sure I love him. He seems like a great actor. But yeah, so then they take him in. You know, they charge him with vigilantism. If that's probably not the word. Anyway, they charge him with vigilantism,
Murder,
and murder, which is the big one.
Yeah, the big one.
Try and get Aunt May with child endangerment, and if like I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be running the justice system, but in my opinion, hot women should never be charged for anything.
Yeah, no,
let her go free. Gorgeous women should go free. I think that's where the femme fatale genre came from.
With a signpost saying "Free Aunt May," right now. Take me instead.
I endangered Spider-Man. It was me. So then, and I deal with that, and then obviously my guy, the Daredevil, arrives.
Matt Murdock.
Matt Murdock himself comes. Oh, sorry. Spoilers, by the way.
Yeah,
if you haven't,
this movie
I don't know if
came
you...
out 4 weeks ago. Wait,
yeah.
But yeah, like
Matt Murdock arrives, and Matt Murdock.
Oh my god,
oh god, he's so blind.
I felt as blind as him because I didn't see that shit coming.
I'm sorry. Okay, just so we're clear, we watched Daredevil together, and during the watching of Daredevil, blind became an asset. Like it became such a huge compliment.
We decided that like sight is just a distraction.
It really is.
He's so much better because he's blind.
He's so blind. He's so blind. He can do anything. Right he's incredible. And so I'm like he first of all he gets him off the murder charge, which is
drops the M charge. So blind,
which is difficult, by the way.
Double blind trial, more like.
I mean, stop. Stop it.
I'm sorry.
Because it was fine. It was fine because that just has nothing to do with the law. You're dropping into clinical trial territory.
And the only reason I know what that means is because of Mum's job.
Yeah, you're channeling. You're channeling like fucking.
So niche. It's.
But yeah, so that happens, and I feel like them dealing with the fallout is basically act like, and then I feel like Act 2 begins when he goes to Doctor Strange.
So they don't get into college, and then he's like, "Well, I do know a wizard, so I might then see." Yeah, but just
which,
a quick one.
By the way, is such a fucking. Isn't that so?
Not
great?
only does he know a wizard, he knows a really reckless wizard who will just do things because it seems fun.
He knows a habitually thrill-seeking wizard who will basically do anything for almost convenience, I think.
And also in the Blu-ray, there's a minutes of extra footage, or like 100 minutes of extra footage. And apparently they filmed like a whole Matt Murdock.
For real?
Spider-Man, yeah.
I need to see that.
Buying a Blu-ray. We'll be watching that.
Because even when I was watching Daredevil, I barely got to see Matt Murdock be a lawyer.
Yeah, they don't.
But after season 1, he was just doing his Daredevil.
They gave up the whole lawyer thing. They're like, yeah, I guess lawyer, whatever.
It was just less important for some reason.
Yeah.
But...
And Act 2, No Way Home. He goes to see the wizard. Doctor Strange's house is cold as shit for some reason. We don't really find out why. I guess we'll find out in the next movie. Doctor Strange is like, you know what?
That's not going to be a plot point of Multiverse of Madness.
They're going to explain it.
No way.
Or did he say something? He did, or did he explain it? I think he did explain it in the
Yeah, he
movie,
was
maybe.
like that. He was like someone like
The winds
left
of the
something open
spell of
during a
yeah,
mountain, during a not during a mountain, during a blizzard on a mountain.
yeah.
Just it just like
Um,
halfway through a mountain, someone just left some shit open.
yeah, and then so he's like, you know what? We hung out for like 2 hours in space, disappeared for 5 years, then hang out again. So you know what? I will do this for you. I will rewrite everyone's mind so that they don't know you're Spider-Man. And then Peter Parker just can't. They don't parameters of this before. Peter Parker doesn't go
I mean, yeah, but we've already
like
said he's a reckless wizard.
yeah,
He's a
but like
very
also
reckless
while
wizard.
he's
No
casting the
prior
spell,
planning.
he's casting this very serious spell. He's very serious at this point. Peter Parker keeps saying, "What about this? What about that?" And Doctor Strange doesn't go. Let me just stop this spell and start. Let's
I have a feeling that
write a
maybe you can't
list.
stop a spell.
Like open your notes app, write a list. Let's
It's
go
like
through what you want before I do the spell.
it's like you can't close a can, a nondescript can, because we're not
Like when
sponsored.
you
You
when
can't
you
close a
start
can
pissing
after
and
you
someone
open a
comes in
can.
and says stop pissing.
Well, actually, I can do that.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah. Okay, wait. I need to piss quickly.
Stop pissing.
I
Stop the
can't.
count.
I lied. Yeah.
Back.
My intention was for you to keep on discussing Act Two while I
Oh.
was in the toilet.
You know what? I'll just cut all that silence anyway, so it's
Sure.
fine. Anyway, yeah. Act 2. Boom. So it does the spell. Peter's talking too much. The spell goes completely wrong. Doctor Strange is like, well, you're lucky I fucking could do that shit. 'Cause you nearly broke the whole universe. And he's like, why don't you just call your uni and try and get it sorted out? And Peter's like, yo. Which actually I
Now,
thought was the most realistic part of it
yeah.
because that happens the amount of times like I've been to mum like, well, fuck, that's it. I guess I'm fucked. And she's like,
I don't know what to do.
do you want to call them? I was like, I can do that.
Like I've almost of university before.
Yeah.
And all the like the only thing I needed to do to save myself was send one email. And I didn't know I could. I didn't know it was an option. I mean to be fair, they don't really explain. Like there's
No one tells you
no one
this
ever
stuff.
says.
No one tells you that you can just call people and sort things out.
I mean, yes, it's an
But
outdated
yeah,
technology. No one does it anymore.
so he goes to
Now, if I could DM
calls.
my uni,
Yeah, exactly. Look, if my uni was on Twitter,
yeah,
I would know exactly what to do.
probably be shagging the social sec by now.
Slide in there like, hey B, what are you saying about my absences? About my 84% absence rate?
Yeah, the only reason I've been absent is because you've been absent from my heart, B.
Yeah, I know I was crazy back then, B. You know me. I was wilding. Anyway, so he calls Flash Thompson, and Flash Thompson's like, yo, the uni lady's in a car on the way somewhere. So he swings over and he's like, please, uni lady, can you let my friends into school? Bump bum. Doc Ock attacks the original
What?
Doc Ock, Alfred Molina from the Tobey Maguire movies, and
What?
he's looking for his sun in the palm of his hands thing, the
The
fusion
sun,
reactor
the palm of
in the
my
palm
hand.
of my hand. Yeah,
So yeah,
and he's throwing cars.
what I liked about this fight scene is that it's really like it's kind of just a testament to how much Peter can get the shit beaten out of him in like that suit.
Yeah,
Because like he's
that
getting
ice spider
slammed by
shit.
like building equipment, everything, getting slammed through
Yeah,
like road signs, stuff that would kill a. I feel like it would kill a Spider-Man, let
it
alone a
wouldn't kill
normal
a
man. But
Toby. It wouldn't kill a Toby.
yeah, well, I mean, Tobey Maguire took a fucking beating in
He took a
all of the
fucking
movies he
train.
was in.
He got hit by a train and stopped another one. Jesus.
Do you remember? Yeah, do you remember when in the third Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie when he was just
When
getting
he's tied
fucking
to the steel
slammed?
post. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
by a
just that's
fucking
exactly what
mountain
I
of
was thinking.
sand. I mean, fucking Marizan is getting fucking pummeled. Like, yeah, Tobey Maguire took a
Yeah.
beating. I mean, he
Like
got stabbed in this movie, but like that, I feel like I don't
he
know. I
was
feel like
that
one
he
must have
brushed that
hurt the
off.
other.
Yeah, that was the fucking bridge scene with the fight was fucking
Mm.
pièce de résistance. It was good. It was like a not like a violent action. It like that in contrast to the later scenes where Tom starts getting more serious. I'm gonna call the different Spider-Mans by their actor's name because it makes it easier. But yeah, so Tom clearly not taking the fight seriously, like it's way more lighthearted. The entire tone of this first half, or before the turnaround before Act Three, I think is just completely different, and it's even comes through in the action. Like it's very lighthearted. He's doing lots of flips. He's making quips. He's joking about stuff, and like the way he deals with it is a very Peter Parker way. Like he's not prone to violence at all. Like he'll do everything he can do first before he actually tries to like punch a guy until he stops moving. So like he's like, trying to flip over the cars. He's asking him what's going on. He's trying to save other people. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to save people first.
And it's very
and then he ends up
and it's
taking
right. I
control of
thought
the arm.
that's good because it's like it's super indicative of his character as well. Like
Yeah.
it
And
yeah,
it's
like
so
that's
such
what I
contrast
love
to the
about
at
it.
the end when he's all about the violence.
Yeah, when he we'll get to it when he's just
Yeah.
taking. Oh my god, how have
When
I
he's
forgotten his
boxing.
name?
Norman.
No, but his actor's name.
The Willem Dafoe. You
Yeah,
made me
cut
forget
that,
his
cut that,
name.
cut that, cut that, cut
Cut
that,
that, cut that,
cut
cut that,
that.
cut that. We know Willem Dafoe.
Yeah,
Cut that, cut
yeah,
that.
but when
Note to my
when
future self. Cut when I forgot Willem Dafoe's name.
and me.
No,
Yeah,
no, I'll
but
leave yours in. Note to myself, leave Zach's in. Cut mine.
but when he's taking Willem Dafoe apart at the end, it's just such a
Yeah.
huge contrast. But to be honest, you're going very slowly, so maybe like speed up the recap.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay, you keep interrupting, but we were gonna get to the. But you know
Another
what? It's fine.
conversation.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've made you conscious of this time thing. That's a me thing. Don't worry.
Oh, do we not
We'll
care
sort.
about? Okay.
Don't. It's like there's no rush. It takes, and that's how long the
Okay.
podcast is. The Then so he fights Doc Ock, stops him, sees my man Norman flying through the sky towards him. He's like, "Who's that? Who is that?" Doctor Strange steps in, puts him in the thing, and he's like, "Look, we got Spider-Man villains coming out the wazoo. We need you to stop them. I'm gonna
He's
give
like,
you
I don't know
magic
if you
weapon."
saw the Andrew Garfield movies, but I got a
don't know
couple.
if you, I don't know
I
how
got a
many
couple
you've
in there
watched.
too.
Yeah, there's a couple Andrew Garfield villains coming through. Tobey Maguire villains. We need you
Well,
to
no,
stop them with your...
because he already had the lizard at that point, just in a box,
Yeah.
and it was like, I don't know if you've seen the Andrew Garfield movies, but I got one of his as well. So something's clearly going
Something is
wrong.
amiss. This man's in the wrong movie. I'm not about it.
he's crashed our set.
Yeah. So they send Tom out to just catch the rest of them.
Because you got to catch
And
them all.
Yeah, it's like Pokemon style. He's got to catch
Imagine,
them.
yeah. On.
He catches them, and then they're like, "Yo, we're gonna fucking die if you send us back." And he's like, "What?" And
I never knew that.
At first he's kind of like, "So," and then Aunt May's like, "Yo," and he's like, "Ah, yeah, nah, that's not right." Doctor
No
Strange was
way.
like, "Don't do anything silly.
Don't listen
now."
to your aunt.
Yeah,
What he
and
says.
then Peter's like, "No, I shall do something silly, because that is my way." And then he fights Doctor Strange, which was pretty crazy, pretty damn nuts. I like that a lot. I like that his spider sense kept his body able to move even when his soul was pushed out of his body.
That was really great because it makes me wonder. So I guess his spider sense, it is kind of like a sixth sense, but okay. So here's
So
the
in
thing.
the comics,
Yeah,
in the comics, spider sense is
it's
magic.
it's magic.
Spider sense is a sixth sense that like gives him all the awareness. It's the reason he can swing around New York without like bumping into birds and helicopters and stuff, and also just knows where to swing and whatever. But also it's a thing that in all the Spider-Verse comics, so like when these Spider-Verse comics about these interdimensional vampire things that want to eat Spider-Man because they're good nutrition. And the thing is, because the reason it's such good nutrition for these interdimensional vampires is because the spider sense is a magical thing that connects them all throughout all the different multiverses. It's the one thing that links every universe, so that there is a Spider-Man in every universe. Is what links them all. So it's kind of got this magical property to it as well.
I actually didn't
And
know
so-
that. See, because in these Secret Wars thing I'm looking at, there was actually like a Spider-Verse comic, but it's like they say it's like they actually say web that links all the Spider-Men
Yeah.
from different universes.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
it's
so
just
that actually is really interesting. But so I like that in the movie, it really is because I think about that a lot, like these like split second responses, like this your fight or flight kind of thing. And I didn't know that wasn't like him having his spider sense and then making like a conscious move to like
yeah.
get out of the way. It really is just it's a reflex.
Yeah,
Basically,
exactly.
smacks your knee with like that
Yeah,
weird
exactly. It
doctor
saves
hammer.
his life. And that's
Yeah,
why
so
like
that
and
was
so
really
another good
interesting.
thing was like when in Far From Home when they introduced it when Aunt May throws a banana at him and it doesn't work, it's because it doesn't pick that up as a threat, which is the same way that Venom can, because the symbiote was bonded to him, Venom knows
Yeah,
how to
it's
get
part of
past
him.
his spider sense. So
Yeah,
that's why he finds it so hard to fight Venom because his spider senses just doesn't work. Yeah, so
so
that was
cool.
cool. That fight was sick. He takes the box of Doctor Strange, taps Doctor Strange in the Mirrorverse without his sling ring, and is like, "I'm gonna save y'all. I'll take you back to my aunt's boyfriend's apartment
My aunt's
and
ex-boyfriend's place.
well, it's ex-boyfriend's place, and my ex-dad Tony Stark has made a magic machine that can make all of the things.
That's
So we'll
that's
use
that's
that
the
to
one
fix you.
thing. That's the one thing that I didn't like.
The
Oh
one thing I
yeah,
didn't like was
here's
that
this magical plot device that can make
yeah,
anything.
yeah, exactly.
That's the only
The
thing that got
materializer
me.
is, but look, what really like didn't make sense to me is like he's like Zendaya, you literally can't be here. This is too fucking dangerous. Anyway, let's go to my aunt's house. Like, just like, what about Aunt May? Are you not worried about Aunt May? He
Yeah, I
brought
suppose it gives
all of
less
these
of a
villains back to
fuck.
her house.
6 supervillain. You know,
That like
like literally,
left the
what is
lizard in the
that?
car.
Yeah, wasn't that literally the Sinister Six?
Yeah,
Almost,
he brought the
basically.
literal Sinister Six back to his aunt's
He
house.
brought the Sinister Stick to meet his aunt. It was crazy.
Yeah, that was yeah. But then and then
You
so
know
they're
what?
fixing
You know what I also
everyone, and
find
that's
funny
when it
about this
gets
movie?
crazy. Yeah.
What's I find funny about this movie is that people were nutting themselves because they thought Venom was in the trailer. So no, and I guess technically he was in the film, but not enough for it to count.
Yeah, no.
Which is a shame, though.
There's
I mean, okay,
party
yeah,
on Tom Holland for another day, another cash grab. They already knew this was going to make $1 billion anyway, so they're going to save that because they think that Venom is a profitable. Well, I guess it has been profitable for them, but they think it's good, and they think that's what we want to see. I don't want to
shame.
see that Venom with this Spider-Man. I don't want it.
I like Tom Hardy in everything, but I can understand what you're saying.
I don't like those Venom movies.
I suppose. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, and then that's when things get crazy. They're in the apartment. They're just building the stuff, and then feels like is anyone else getting a spider sense thing going on?
Oh, is anyone else getting a tingle right now? This is so great. I have like the worst migraine.
Locks on, boom, spider webs him.
That
He
is my
knows it's
favorite
he
spider
knows it's
sense
Norman.
bit.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
that's
that
my
actually
favorite
made me
bit.
feel like it was happening to me. The way like the ringing in the ears and like the everything's blurring. Oh, it felt crazy. And then Norman's on sabbatical, honey. That's when the film goes crazy. From that line on, the film just gets mad. It just gets mad. It's nuts.
Yeah, that's like because I can understand why some people might say that the first half was like slow, but
It has odd pacing. It's fast and then slow and then fast and then slow. But
yeah,
then
just
as
like
soon as
Spider-Man's life, baby.
yeah, that's Spider-Man. That's how we do.
And then as soon as it gets into it, it
As
gets
soon as he says Norman's on sabbatical, honey, oh my god, this shit gets kicked into fifth gear. it's oh, it just goes off.
yeah. There's just in that next like 5-10 minutes, there's just a crazy amount of shit that happens to him, which is it's just not
Oh my god,
like yeah, it's so
all the
nuts. So, like,
consequences.
every single consequence of his foolish
Yeah.
actions. So first things first, he gets the shit beaten out of him by like most of the Sinister Six.
Everyone's just coming out the works. They're just hitting him with stuff. Dr. Octopus runs away. Like, don't know what's going on here. I'm out.
Yeah,
Electro's zapping in. Norman is taking punches to the face, smiling like he's having the time of his life. William
And
Dafoe,
to be honest, he kind of is.
William Dafoe fucking took this movie to the next level.
William
He
Dafoe,
was
William Dafoe,
crazy.
he's always known what he was doing, but he brought it back. He knew that this was his chance. William Dafoe's
Yeah.
back now. He was hosting SNL the
He-
other night.
he-
William Dafoe is back.
Oh my God, that was like the Green Goblin just chucks him through like 5 floors of this apartment building.
Yeah, that fucking like mental suplex or whatever he does is just
Oh
crazy.
my God. And then kills his aunt, gives him his final origin. Gives him his because
Because he
like
never
you're
really
not
had his origin
Spider-Man
story.
until someone dies and says to you, "With great power comes great responsibility." You're not actually Spider-Man. And he gave him that. He origined him, killed his aunt.
So I guess
That
thank
was
you, Willem,
crazy.
is what we should be saying because
Yeah. Wow.
because you started the Spider-Man story really. Oh fucking hell, yeah, that was so.
It
yes.
just gets so and then so his aunt dies. Sorry, I'm taking you. You're supposed to be doing Act 3, but
I mean, okay.
we can
so,
share it. We can share it.
Yeah. Sure. So his aunt dies. Very sad. Tom Holland plays grief incredibly well. Grief
Yeah,
for
that's
himself and grief for others.
That's always when he's doing his best work, when he's crying over someone who's just died.
Yeah, he's very good at it. I felt it. I almost cried.
Yeah.
I would have cried if I hadn't been in Nigeria.
Yeah,
Because
and
everyone else was just
chatting away.
no
heckling
one else really
him.
seemed to give a fuck,
Yeah.
which was crazy. Anyway, so she's dead. He escapes. Happy times up. His apartment's fucked, but no one really cares about that for some reason. And then so then he heads
Yeah,
to
Happy Hogan homeless.
heads to his safe place. Well, first actually he gets berated by J. Jonah Jameson, who they brought
Yeah.
back from the first movie. Another stand-up
that J.K.
performance, in my
Simmons.
opinion.
Let's go.
Yeah.
My guy.
J.K. Simmons is so good at being an angry white man. Like we've seen him in Invincible. he's so good at
He's
it.
also in that movie where he's just abusing Miles Teller while Miles Teller plays the drums. Called like Whiplash, I think. Yelling at Miles Teller while Miles Teller plays the drums actually pretty well. I'm putting my
so
glasses
good.
on because this light is making my
You're a-
eyes
You're a
water.
loser.
Yeah.
So-
And then
And then he ends up at his safe space, which is the roof of the school, which is kind of counterintuitive because the school is where he was getting harassed by the reporters and sort of his teachers.
also it's school. You fucking nerd. Your safe place
Yeah.
is school.
I mean, to be fair, he is literally a science nerd.
Ugh. Anyway. And Zendaya and his mate Ned are looking for him, and Ned discovers he's magic and starts opening portals.
Great twist.
First portal opens. Who steps through? My nigga, Andrew Garfield.
Easily
Oh my
the
God.
stand-up performance of the film. In a
He
film
act-
full of
he was
great
acting
actors.
the shit out. What?
He
Oh
was
my God,
acting
this
the
man
shit out of that
acts.
role.
This man acts.
It made me it made me go and watch Tick Tick Boom on Netflix after I saw how well he acted in it.
I added Tick Tick Boom to my list after because
I
Jordan was talking
just-
about it before we watched the movie. I was like,
I love all the stuff he's in.
okay. Then I watched that movie. I was like, oh my, when are we watching Tick Tick Boom? this man acts. Like I was more
And he
excited
acts
to
in
see
Tick Tick
Toby.
Boom too.
Yeah, I was more excited to see Toby, but Andrew just stole the show for me. He just I didn't even expect to be that happy to see him, but the way he did it, he really he brought it. He comes
Yeah, he's
through
like-
looking hot,
doing
looking
it so
sexy
well.
AF,
Imagine doing
bringing
it so well
bringing that sad boy Spider-Man.
that people are now asking, "Where's the Amazing
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3?"
Actually, everyone hated those movies before, and he just this man he
He's
was
the old
acting.
flow and he's bringing it back.
Yo, exactly what? He came with the new flow with the old style. He was acting. That was good.
Yes, we established. We have established. If you take one thing away from this, he was acting.
That man he'd be acting. He'd be acting.
So,
Yeah.
And then so he arrived. Tobey Maguire
And then
arrived as
I
well.
knew it was coming, but I wasn't emotionally prepared. They open up the second portal. He's like standing in a kind of bit darkness. He's got his back to us. I'm like, no, 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 no. Is it him? Is that your boy? He turns around, he walks through the portal.
It's your boy.
Ah! He wasn't even in the suit yet. He's just a dude in clothes, and I was losing my shit. I jumped up out of my seat. Oh my god. To see the man back,
After all these years,
no.
to know that he still knows what he's doing.
Who am I? Are you sure you want to know? That's not a story
Stop.
for the faint. You're talking about Mr. Catch Mary Jane Watson and then catch all her food on the train like that? Oh no, that's what that,
Hey,
that
you
was
on about Andrew
crazy.
Garfield? He couldn't do that. Andrew Garfield is famous for dropping women.
Oh my god, it was like a religious experience for me. Like I can't even convey how much I love those movies. Like from the time I was little until now, like they still just those movies do something special. I cry most times that I've watched those movies. I've watched them.
Those movies
each.
fuck.
Yeah, those movies fuck and they come. I watched Spider-Man 1 and 2 each like 12 times at least, and Spider-Man 3 maybe a bit less, like 8 or 9 times. I cry almost every time. Like this, I don't know.
That soundtrack is so good.
Yeah.
That's one really great thing that the original Spider-Man trilogy has going for it. There's other stuff too, but that soundtrack is what gets me.
Ugh. And then
Alright, so then moving swiftly on.
I think it couldn't get any better than the
And then
three
they
of
meet.
the three
And
of
then
them
they
meet. And it's just first they give him a little pep talk. They tell him everything's gonna be okay. They share their experiences, and then they're just chilling. And you think, wow,
that's something that's good. That's what I like about movies like this. See, because that's what they do really good about the franchise, right? You get all of these characters, you think, oh, well, wouldn't it be funny to see how, Hawkeye and Thor talk to each other?
what would
and then
happen?
You get it.
Yeah,
But then, it's like,
they just chat.
It's all the Spider-Man. Because this is something unprecedented, to be honest. They're recreating memes left, right, and center.
I want like just an hour and a half of just them chatting and just like making jokes, talking about
That's what I like.
That was so
That's why
good.
that's why I'll say it now. One of my favorite genres of anime is slice of life, and that's all that I want from. That's
I just
all I
want
want
three
from
Spider-Men hanging out, slice of
I
life.
want them going to high school together. I just want them to chill.
I want them all three of the Spider-Men live in an apartment, and it's called
They all work at the Daily Bugle.
Yeah.
Sex and the Spider.
Sex and the Spiders. Oh yeah, it was, and then I thought like, okay, this movie's peaked. I can't cheer anymore. I'm settled back into my seat.
But then we get to the final battle.
These fucking dudes, they fucking all swang through the fucking air, threw each other off each other's webs, did their signature poses in the air before they landed. Andrew did his from the end of his movie. Toby did his from the end of his movie. They fucking land on the fucking thing. Ah, God,
wow,
what?
that is just...
You trying to give me arrest? That was too much. This movie was crazy.
Sorry, I can't remember. Who directed this movie again?
John Watts.
John Watts? Are you trying to give me a heart attack?
Yeah, John Watts. I'm upset with you. How dare you?
John Watts, how could you think this would be okay?
That was...
And
and then I'm like, oh my god, all this Spider-Man action. I'm loving all this Spider-Man action. Willem Dafoe's like, I'm not finished. I ain't done. They grabbed
Willem
the box
Dafoe. Here's
back
the thing. Willem Dafoe, I like a lot of these movies now. Like, I mean, I feel like I don't want to say it, but like Marvel are kind of running out of ideas. Like, if we look back at the series,
villains, for sure.
Yeah, if we look back at the last few series, like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they were just dealing with some like strong dudes and like
strong men with vague political ideals.
One Division was like a witch that I've barely ever heard of, but like. And like so because like these guys do villain shit, but Willem Dafoe was doing some villainous. He was doing some villainous shit.
He was giving a he was villainous. He was excellently villainous.
Villainous. Like, do you know how not even impressed I was, aroused when they got the box back from him and there was a fucking Green
There's
Goblin
a
bomb in
fucking
it.
pumpkin bomb in that bitch. Oh my
I mean,
god.
oh my god, like he was the main character for me, honest.
Yeah. Oh my
So
god.
we're coming up on 2 hours, so maybe we should do standout points of the final battle.
Yeah. Final battle. Okay. Obviously, I love how they can't work together at first, and then Tom's like, "I've actually been in a team before," and then that actually helps them work together. Like that.
My
That's great.
favorite thing is they've never heard of the Avengers.
Yeah. He's like,
That's
"Okay, yeah,
so
yeah, yeah."
good.
So I was in the event. Just like, okay. That's great for you. I don't know what that is. Yeah, that was, and then the fucking. I like that Jamie Foxx's Electro, which was better, but weird that that happened, that he became better. But I like that he thought that Spider-Man would have been black. A little Miles
I mean,
Morales
yeah,
nod.
it makes sense. Because he's like, I'm
Um,
sure there's a black Spider-Man somewhere out there. Then he winks at the camera.
yeah,
And then my favorite part of the whole movie is when Andrew redeems himself for dropping all of those women and
Ah,
catches
finally
MJ.
catches.
Finally catches a girl. Jesus,
And I
it's
like
taken
that
years.
he's so emotional about it, but Zendaya knows none of the backstory. So to
She's
her,
like,
he's
are
just
you
being weird.
good?
She's like, "Are you okay, man? Are you fucking, you fucking good? Do you?"
Dude, can you just
She's just so
chill out?
used to being caught by
Mm.
superheroes after falling from heights. She's like, "Yeah, like,
This happens to
is
her
this your
twice a
first time?
week.
Yeah,
It's
is this your first time, my dude? What's going on? Why are you crying and shit? You gonna make it weird?" Yeah, and then they end it, obviously.
with the
The
fight to end all
saddest.
fights.
Yeah, oh wait, yeah, no, I wasn't even thinking. I was thinking about the spell. Okay, wait, before we talk about the fight, I need to appear. I've been holding it in for since Act 2. Okay, yes.
So this final battle, and to be honest, it was probably more Mortal Kombat than the Mortal Kombat movies, from what you've been telling me. It's like
Tom
he
versus
he
Norman
came into his
Osborn.
own as a Spider-Man, I think.
So, yeah, before then he'd been a Spider Boy, an Iron Boy, even. He became the Spider, but he was because they always talk about Spider-Man always pulls his punches. Like if Spider-Man punched with his full force every time he fought, everyone would
That's
be
yeah.
paced because
That's
he's
why
so
there's a
fucking
series of
strong.
comics where Doctor Octopus has brain damage from how many times
Yeah,
he's been punched in
and
the fucking noggin.
in Superior Spider-Man, once Doctor Octopus swaps brains with Peter Parker, he punches his old body once, and his jaw just comes flying off, and he realizes how much Spider-Man has been holding back all the times that they fought, and still gave him brain damage. Yeah, and then so the difference between Tom punching Norman in the apartment scene when he's smiling, and the first punch in that fight when he's like, "Ooh," he's just smiling for a different reason now.
he's, he's
Ooh, you're
horny.
serious?
He's
Oh,
into it. He's so
oh,
into
damn.
it.
He's like, hit me, but oh, God. And like you could tell, I liked that the little extra details. Like Norman's hella surprised because Tom's Peter is doing shit that Toby would never do. Like Toby's never gonna web your hand to your knee, web your foot to the floor,
Make it
flip
look like a
over you
little
and kick
bitch.
you in the back of the neck. He's never gonna do that shit. He's like, oh my
He's too
God. And
old. He can't do
then
it.
Tom just starts boxing. He's giving this man the work. Just absolutely boxing this man.
Muhammad
It's crazy.
Ali levels of fucking his shit up is what he's doing.
Mike Tyson with the Fury, giving him oh my God.
Just working in rope dog.
Yeah,
He's got a
yeah. Goes to kill him, and of course, the Golden Boy steps in to Toby. Toby steps in, stops him, redeeming himself from when he accidentally killed Norman.
a lot of
Stopping
redemption going
Norman from
on.
being so much. What? So many themes. So
Almost.
this
Almost,
movie
I dare say, too
fucks.
much.
Yeah. This movie was crazy. This movie is.
Yeah, this movie does fuck. This movie fucks
It's
hard.
fitting that this is the first movie we talk about because this is a film that means a lot to both of us, and it's a movie that fucks and comes. So if you're gonna rate this movie, okay, no, let me talk about how they actually end it. Where they strip him down to nothing. He's got no mates.
Got his dick out in the cold, mate.
Yeah, it's cold as shit. He's in a one bed
literally
apartment.
winter. Yeah.
He's got one bed apartment, and he's not even going out with Zendaya anymore.
See, that coffee shop scene with them two, like in the last few minutes of the movie, where he's going, he makes her a promise. Okay, we should just explain. Doctor Strange erases everyone's memory, which means that Zendaya will never forget him as well. And then he promises her, "I'll come and find you. I'll make you remember.
Yeah,
I'll make you remember." And then
you better remember me.
But then he goes in. They're going to college.
Bottles it.
And yeah, and he fucking
Absolute
bottles it
bottle job.
at the last second.
Yeah.
He has a letter in hand, but he forgets his opening line or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm Peter. I like literally, there's no way they're ever going out again.
Balls that up.
He can't what? Gonna go back to Doctor Strange, make her forget your fucking second introduction. Idiot. Doctor Strange, I can't pull girls. Can you help me, please?
Sorry, I've just made an absolute tit of myself.
And he couldn't even do that because Doctor Strange doesn't remember him either.
Yeah, Doctor Strange would be like, who the fuck are you?
And now he goes in, he's like, just lets her go. Now, if that's you, would you ever do that?
No. But he's gonna be like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it like the comics. And do the original Spider-Man. He's the comic.
I read the comics, so I'm sure.
Like, you know what, I actually prefer this version of Spider-Man. No, I think...
I mean, he even sews the suit because he likes the comics better.
Yeah, he thinks that... So the reason he went to Doctor Strange was about Ned and Zendaya. I keep calling Zendaya instead of MJ, but it feels more natural. He's worried about them, and like he even said to the admissions lady, like, I don't even care about mine, just make sure they get in. So I think he was like, they're finally free now and they can go to uni and they're doing all their shit, and he'd wanna very self-sacrificing. That's always Peter Parker's thing. He's self-sacrifice. So I think if it's Peter Parker, that's a very Peter Parker move for him to just give up everything for that. And then we get him sewing his own suit. He's living in a one-bed apartment. No one knows who he is. He's swinging above the city. What?
Super Tobey Maguire vibes from that last scene. Like huge Tobey Maguire vibes.
That's how they used to end all Spider-Man movies, with swinging through New York. Then the last shot is him in the sky, and he swings right into the camera. They did it in Tobey. They did it in Andrew's. This was the first time they'd done it in a Tom Holland movie.
Yeah,
because it's finally done his origin. These three films were his origin.
I didn't notice like a little fun fact, strange cameo. He swing. Have you watched Hawkeye?
Yeah.
So he swings over the plaza where the last episode of Hawkeye takes place.
Yeah.
And I just found that really cool, because they didn't have to do that. But obviously, that's where New York puts up its like big old Christmas tree and whatever.
Yeah.
But like, it was just cool. I like that.
And then I was reading about like what the timeline and whatever, and so Hawkeye takes place after this movie. So Hawkeye's already forgotten who Peter Parker and Spider-Man is.
Oh right, yeah.
Clint has no idea what any of the shit is.
I mean, he barely knew in the first place, to be honest.
Yeah, and so okay, to rate this movie, we're gonna start on a rating scale. How many spiders?
Okay, wait. What are we rating in?
Just a rating of 5. 5 spiders out of men. How many spiders?
That's dumb. Okay, I give it 5 out of 5 spiders.
5 spiders, yeah.
This is a bad system.
We're gonna rate every movie about how Spider-Man
how
is this
many
movie.
spiders?
How many spiders out of men is this movie? Yeah, no, this movie was top notch. I have some problems with it, with the pacing at the beginning and some of the plot points I think are dumb, but the way this movie made me feel is better than any movie has ever made me feel. And yes, it has a benefit of 20 years of history or whatever, but well, you fucking make a movie with 20 years of history, then I'll like it just as much. You can't take away from it just because it was good.
Yeah. I mean,
time.
There's a lot behind. There's a lot behind it, but I feel like that's the reason it was such a big thing. Like the amount of hype centered around this movie, because before this was done, this wasn't a thing that was previously thought
Yeah.
possible. Like this is a
They
brand new
didn't. No one
thing.
thought that we would ever see this. I didn't think that we'd ever see this.
No. And
Yeah.
now they've opened it up to do multiverse
Yeah.
Secret Wars in many. Oh my god, you know how nuts that would be?
Yeah. The
Oh god,
the Doctor Strange.
I would not so
The-
quick if they did a Secret Wars.
The Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness is going to be testing the waters for how far they can push this stuff.
I mean, listen, it's gonna be like I know at some point, like franchises they have a shelf life. Fast and
Yeah.
Furious spent its very quickly, very quickly, and
Yeah.
Marvel's been going for a lot of people. Marvel has already passed its shelf life. I know that once it devolves in, well, I guess devolves whatever you want to. Once it goes into all of this multiverse stuff, there is going to be a lot of people that lose track, lose faith. But I'm telling you now, I will watch everything that they put out to do with the multiverse until the day that I die. Like I can't get enough.
I can't see them. I think they're too big to fail at this point.
I mean, yeah,
They've
they
got
have
so
a
much in the
monopoly on
works,
the
so
market.
much planned. Like the fucking the Kang the Conqueror stuff they set up in Loki. He's appearing again in Ant-Man Quantumania, but a different variation of him. That's next year. This year we've still got Multiverse of Madness, which is probably going to introduce mutants. We might even get a Deadpool cameo. Like they've got so much in the pipeline.
Yeah, they got a lot in their locker that they can still fuck with.
Now that they've set these foundations, they can do anything. And obviously,
and it only took 10 years.
And this movie, so Spider-Man No Home is now the 6th highest grossing movie of all time. If you do something, so they tried a multiverse thing, it made $1 billion. You think they're gonna say no to any other multiverse shit that they want to try now?
No,
They
there's
can
no
do
way.
anything now. They're allowed to do anything that they want. All right.
Well, I think this is a good place to wrap it up.
Wait, please. Oh my God. Lord
Okay,
Almighty.
yeah. That one I did on purpose, but
Lord Almighty. I mean, you don't really need to talk about that Venom post credits. I think it was just
self-explanatory.
useless pandering. It's just Sony trying to get more money in their pockets. Venom's made them a lot of money, and they think that it's what people like, but it isn't.
It's only because of Spider-Man and Jay. It's because they're waiting for them to merge the two.
They're making a bunch of Spider-Man adjacent movies, like this Morbius movie and this rumored Craven the Hunter movie.
I mean, I'll only
Spider-Man villains with
Morbius.
no Spider-Man.
I'm gonna be excited about Morbius if they end up doing something with him.
Yeah, and there's not Jared Leto.
Jared Leto gets a bad rap
because he's a cock. He's a massive cock. That's why he gets a bad rap, because he's a massive cock. Jared, if you're listening, I think you're a massive cock.
Episode 1, call it Jared Leto.
Okay, and then so what we will do at the end of these, I think normally maybe I'll have less news, because I planned to do it a week earlier. And then more news happened in the 2 weeks, so there was quite a lot of news. There'll be less news. It'll be 2 hour long podcast, I don't know. But yeah, so we'll end with a thing I'll call like Comic Book Corner. And maybe it's like play some intro music. Like, it's now into Comic Book Corner.
We should do some freestyles.
We should. Yeah, so then just talk about any comics or manga or anything that you've been reading anime you've been watching, anything you've been doing this week.
I've already told you. I'm neck deep in Secret Wars. See, the problem with Secret Wars is that a lot of these tie-ins, they're like comic book series that started not in Secret Wars, and then they get continuations in Secret Wars.
So it's a continuation of like an arc that was already happening. Yeah,
so there's this Old Man Logan comic.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't read all of Old Man Logan? No,
I haven't, but it's made me want to now, because the Secret Wars Old Man Logan is so good. It's so good. Yeah, so then I watched that, and then but then see, because then after they do Secret Wars, the story continues after the events of Secret. Like it doesn't just go back to like this random story. It's just
Yeah.
after the events of Secret Wars, he's
Yeah.
in like a whole different new place. So I'm knee deep in Secret Wars, and it's probably going to start off a Marvel comic adventure that won't finish for at least a year.
Yeah.
Which to be honest, I'm ready for.
Nice. Yeah, I've been reading. So I read the first issue of the new Static Shock comic.
Oh, new Static Shock.
Yeah. There's a new. I don't know if it's still DC or I can't remember what the
Who
sub
cares?
the
It's
subsidiary
Static
that they
Shock, which
bought.
is the
Yeah.
important thing.
So Static Shock. This new. It's kind of like almost manga-ish art style. It's very sick. I very much enjoyed the first issue. I'm gonna carry on reading it. I've also been watching. I've been reading My Hero, so I'm way ahead of the
Yeah.
anime and trying to catch up. Not maybe we shouldn't do spoilers in case people aren't up to date, but
I feel like
that shit.
if we did spoilers for No Way, I mean people have already seen No Way Home, but we've
Yeah.
done quite a few. We'll be able to separate it out better later.
Just that this is the end. This is
Yeah.
just like a kind of recommendation thing.
It's because My Hero Academia,
I'm not even up to where you are though, so I don't want you to give me spoilers.
yeah.
I'm
My
also,
Hero
I'm also worried.
Academia, My Hero Academia blows itself out of the water consistently,
Yeah.
like twice a fucking month, like twice a chapter. It's just it gets more and more incredible. If you're not reading it and you're not watching the show, then you should be doing both.
Definitely watch it at least. I have some problems with the manga, nothing to do with the story. I'm very picky about the manga that I read and like
Yeah, you're a
paneling
picky
and
bitch.
art style and whatever. But even with all my problems I have with it, I still can't stop reading it because the story is just so fucking crazy.
Mm.
Yeah, so I'm reading that. I read Static Shock. I'm watching this anime called Asobi Asobase, which is so
Which means-
fucking hilarious. Which in English is, don't do that. If this is gonna be a thing that you do, I don't like it. Don't ask me for the translation because I don't know. I never know
Just
it.
learn Japanese, bro. It's not that hard.
Yeah, you should watch that. It's fucking hilarious. I think because I've been watching Ranking of Kings, but that's just I'm not going to talk about every anime I've been watching this season. When Ranking of Kings finishes, we'll need to talk about it because that is god tier.
Yeah, I've started it. I'm
It's
just
Attack on Titan tier, and okay, maybe not Attack on Titan tier, but
let's
it's
not
top
get
tier.
crazy.
It's a top tier anime.
Because Attack on Titan is in a league of its own, and we will just have to
Attack on
have
Titan's taking it somewhere else.
yeah, we'll just have to have God, Aaron. No, we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. Okay,
Do you want
and
to
then
wait
also,
until it finishes, or do you want to like just start doing it when it gets hyped?
I think
Probably wait until it
we'll-
finishes, right?
I think when it finishes, have a special episode where we just do nothing but talk about the entire series,
Yeah.
season to season. Yeah, and then so we'll do that comic book corner, and then the last bit will be letters. And no one will have sent us anything now because no one knows that this exists as of right now.
We can get your girlfriend to write us letters, right?
Yeah. And then so I'll the email address because when I made this email address, I thought it was just going to be me doing this. So the email address is lemshowletters@gmail.com.
What the fuck?
We can try and figure out and change that as going
you can
forward.
figure it out. You can just change the email.
We can't because then
Are you trying to Kirkman me? Is that what's going on right now?
Wait, no, just sign. Look, just sign this. Just
Take off his glasses. Look,
sign.
I'm telling you, man. Just sign.
Look, I promise you, it's completely different from what you think. But just sign these papers.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, fine. So we'll sort
It's just
out
that
the email.
Yeah, the way I made the account for this thing with the software we're using as well. I've used it to that email as well. Everything is, but no, it's fine. It's fine. Look. You know what? It might as well be. I'm gonna have to. I'm making a logo this week. I'm making an Instagram account, a Twitter account. I'm putting us on and all the others. So Lemshow letters for now. I think you can.
I'm gonna bring this up with an attorney in like a year.
Look, just
You've
sign.
been saying that you can't handle a lawsuit, man.
I've sent you the
don't think I
documents.
know
Just
that.
sign the papers. But yeah, anyone who wants to get in touch with the show, send us anything. Tell us you like it. Tell us your thoughts on like something you've watched, something you want us to talk about. lemshowletters@gmail.com. there will be a Twitter and Instagram soon enough. I just need to make those. But yeah, I think that's the show. How did you find this? Our first episode. How do you feel
I
about
actually
it?
quite enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it went
I'll
quite
say
well.
I'll say I think 2 hours and 7 minutes is a little bit long.
Would you
I
not
think-
listen to a podcast that was 2 hours long?
I mean, I do occasionally, but
Yeah.
I think like because we're just starting out, like
Yeah.
a slight, not even like too much. Like I would say like we should try and cut it for like an hour and a half.
After I edit this, I'll see how long it turns out actually being.
Mhm.
If I edit out all the times we're talking about how I'm gonna edit this and how long it was gonna be, I think it
Some of
might
those are
end up
funny,
actually
though.
being I think it might end up being a lot shorter. Yeah, it's like so I'm gonna listen to it tomorrow, edit it, see how long it is, and then we'll go from there. And like people listen to long podcasts.
Yeah.
It could be a long one. All right, yeah. Thanks for coming, man. Look forward to seeing you next week. Hopefully we can still talk without having to save everything we say for the podcast. But I hear that's what happens when you do a podcast together. You just everything you start talking to each other, you go like, no, save it for the podcast.
I mean, I feel like that would be better.
You prefer that if we just spoke less.
Just
did it once a
it's
week.
scheduled. I don't have to worry about it. It's in the books. It's fine.
Okay. All right. See you later, man.
Okay. Good luck.
Good
with
night,
the editing
everyone.
stuff.
Thank you for listening.
Good night. See
Oh
you
wait,
soon.
I've been Lemuel Kayani.
And I am and will be Zachary Kayani. We didn't introduce ourselves at the beginning of the show.
Nah, don't worry. It was fine. I'll put that into the beginning.
Cut
You know
that,
what?
cut that.
I'll take this bit and I'll just put it at the beginning. That's fine.
With
Okay.
no context.
I'll play us out. Alright, so yeah.
Good night.